I've been reading a book recently, first time in about 7 years, which is also very relevant to what we're going to be playing today. Um, about one of the founders of the SAS, an autobiography of the one of the first people in the SAS, an 18-year-old kid who got into the fucking SAS. Um, Mein Kampf. No, I'm not reading fucking Mein Kampf. You know what? I'm reading this cool new book called Mein Kampf. He really raises some really interesting points in it. I really think he's got something going on here. No, I'm reading a book about one of the people that, well, not the founders, but one of the first people in the SAS. And it is really, really interesting reading an autobiography in which you're actively. The way he describes it makes it almost seem like the first draft for a book. Because it's a first-person account, it almost feels like you're reading a novel, in a way. And some of the shit that these guys pull off is fucking insane. In their first 6 months of active operation in the African theater, they destroyed 190 planes with an operational strength of 21. 21 people, just 21 dudes, not even in any sort of like armored vehicles or anything, managed to destroy 190 fucking planes. Like, that is some fucking Call of Duty shit. Like, these dudes alone, like, 3 of them managed to destroy like 40 planes. Like, could you imagine that? It just, like, this nuts shit that they managed to pull off. All because they just, like, the only reason they got captured was because they'd done a bunch of raids, and then they decided what we're going to do is we're just going to drive into German territory down the main road, and they just started driving through, like, a German artillery division. Just driving straight on through it. Just like, yep, hey guys, what's up? What's going on? And nobody gave a shit, because why the fuck would the enemy just be driving down the main road? Like, these guys weren't dressed up in German uniform. They were just wearing their regular shit, just driving down the road. Just like waving, just driving past. And then they went and pulled up on the side of the road, and some Germans finally were like, maybe we should go check these guys out. They literally walked into their camp, walked up to them, looked at them, and went, oh shit, these guys are a bunch of fucking British people. And we're like, okay, well, we gotta go take these guys out. And half of them still got away. And it was all like their 17th or something, not 7th, about their like 6th or 7th operation. Like, just doing, this is the most bold shit. Actually, I wrote down a quote. I know this is in the game, but this quote is fucking something I'll live by. The following morning, we had not been very successful, but we had proved one valuable point. If you think of something the enemy would consider an it's in Old English speak, so just give me a second here. If you think of something that the enemy would consider an impossible stupidity, and you carry it out with determination, you can get away with it by sheer blatant cheek. And that was pretty much how they operated. And it's the funniest fucking shit, listening to these people just be like, yeah, we just drove a line of jeeps onto this airfield and started shooting shit, and nobody really could figure out what the fuck was going on before we were leaving. I was like, what the fuck? How can you get away with this stuff? What's the name of the book, Jolly? One of the originals by Johnny Cooper, whose son I met twice and was well acquainted with. He was a neat dude. Old English speak. You mean proper English? No, like old boys chat and shit. Unnamed soldier.cfg. Right. Written by one of the lads, so something like, yeah, we fucking ran up there. No, okay, this is like an Old English lad. Like, right, Good job. Chip chip. Cheerio. Book is $147 USD. Laughed my ass off. What? The original is Johnny Cooper. Should really be careful with my copy of this. $6 used. Yes, I think this is just somebody scalping. Yeah, there we go. On abesbooks.co.uk, you can get it for £4. As long as it's used. You just can't get it new. That would be new because it's out of print. But God, it's one. I haven't read a book in a long while, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. Like really, I enjoyed it way more than I thought I was going to. My phone wasn't working, and I borrowed the book ages ago from my dad, and I was like, I just need to sit down and give this a shot. And now I'm like 100 pages in 2 days, 3 days. Because it's really strange reading something and actually not knowing what's going to happen to anybody other than the main character, but being like, oh man, I hope he doesn't get captured or something. Oh, he did. Oh, shit. And knowing that everything that happened in the book actually happened in real life. Where? Unnamed Soldier. Sorry, we really need to get back to the game, don't we? I'm sorry. That shit's expensive as fuck on Amazon. Yeah, it's not cheap. So it's not a book recommendation. I'm just saying I'm reading, and you should all be proud that I'm reading a book, and it's a real fucking good book. And it's a fucking non-fiction book. And it's not a picture book. Another great book I've been reading recently is called The Hungry Hungry Caterpillar. I'd heard some good things about it, and I'm slowly getting through it, and man, can that caterpillar just fucking eat, dude. It can just eat. It really is impressive. It just keeps going. I wish I could eat like that. I haven't reached the end yet, so no spoilers, please, but I'm really enjoying it.